Hello, my name is Piers Grove. I'm the co-founder and chair of EnergyLab International. I am thrilled that EnergyLab is able to participate in this evening's event, and I'm just very sorry I can't be there in person to meet with you all today. I look forward to making it over again very soon. What I'd like to do today, though, is discuss the opportunity that the energy tech and more broadly the clean tech industry is presenting for entrepreneurs, and then from there look at the role that EnergyLab plays in supporting the entrepreneurs and business founders to create a healthy, vibrant startup ecosystem. So when we talk about energy tech, we're talking about a very, very broad range of new technologies. At the core is how we generate, transmit, share and consume energy. All this is in flux and changing in ways that hasn't been seen in over a century. We've got new storage technology, which is allowing people to collect and manage their energy and participate in the wholesale market at an individual household level. Our grids are getting smarter. We are able to manage not just our supply, but also the demand that is on the network to maximize the generation assets that we've got. Our homes are getting smarter, managing again the array of appliances, the generation assets that are on people's homes, and creating lower cost and more comfortable places for people to live. Waste to energy is another huge area in energy tech that we see Japan very much leading the way in globally. And finally, mobility. The electrification of our transportation systems is hugely exciting and presents so many new business models, particularly around autonomous vehicles, and again, very much with the Japanese market in mind, the commercialization of hydrogen for mobility. So why should entrepreneurs be working on energy tech? I guess the first thing is that it's a huge market. It's worth $1.4 trillion US a year. The disruption that is occurring is inevitable, and for the next 10, 15, 20 years, we're going to see a very significant change with new market participants and businesses coming in, and perhaps some of the older ones fading away. Another thing that makes energy tech and clean tech broadly more interesting from an entrepreneur's perspective is the social impact that can be achieved. We are moving into an era of energy democratization, where the access to energy is going to open up educational opportunities, new income sources, and greater equality on this planet. Of course, we couldn't talk about energy without talking about the decarbonisation of our environment and the global effort to stem climate change. By working in energy and clean tech, our entrepreneurs are making a positive contribution to protecting and preserving our planet. There is so much room for technical innovation in this industry, and yet we still need so many more entrepreneurs to come in to tackle the challenges, to develop the business models, and to roll out new companies that will become the new incumbent energy businesses over the next few decades. So, EnergyLab. At EnergyLab, we're here to support the entrepreneurs and founders in a vibrant, clean tech, energy tech ecosystem. We do that by running a lot of events and engaging a broad cross-section of the business and energy industries, and they're events like the one you're at right now. We also run hackathons where we get 20 to 100 people together for a weekend to develop business models that respond to real life challenges in the industry. So we partner with incumbent energy businesses, we work with the government sector, and we also look to the research coming out of universities and try to develop ways to bring this to market as quickly as possible. Once an entrepreneur has an idea, they can join us in our pre-acceleration program. And in that, we support entrepreneurs to validate their market, to try and find the customers, determine the business model, and develop a good way to communicate their ideas to others, to attract investment and to bring other co-founders on board that are going to be vital in delivering these businesses. Our flagship program is our 12 to 24 month acceleration program. And in that, our startups get a whole array of support, from co-working space to early stage investment money, individual business coaching, and access to mentors that cover the full breadth of any new startup business. We provide a funnel through which entrepreneurs can also engage with government and large business to cut down on the red tape and to see their products get to market and tested as early as possible. So, to give you a sense of some of the businesses that we work with, I want to quickly talk about 4 of the startups that are currently in EnergyLab's programs. The first is PowerPal. PowerPal allows consumers to get real-time energy consumption data onto their mobile phone, so they can see when they turn on an air conditioner or a television the actual energy that's being consumed and the cost of that energy. In too many instances, we only find out about our energy behaviour a long time after the actual consumption has occurred, and PowerPal has got a good low-cost technology that puts that control back into consumers' hands. In Tasmania, we have a startup called Electric Horseman, which is reinventing the mobility scooter to make it a more sustainable and much, much more functional tool for the array of different people who need mobility assistance. We have a startup called Everty, which is working with electric vehicle chargers to create networks across not just Australia, but New Zealand and up into Asia. Everty will help with the billing, the management, and help consumers find their nearest charging resource. Another different one is Balance Power, which is creating centralised storage for renewable energy generators to subscribe to, so that they're able to offer a more reliable energy service into the wholesale market. The Japanese market is ripe with opportunity for energy startup businesses. With the rollback of nuclear power plants, there is a demand for a bunch of new generation assets. The rooftop solar market has still got a long way to go, and we're looking at new financial models that make it more affordable and accessible for homeowners to get solar on their roofs quickly. Storage is coming and will make distributed energy resources the new growth area. When I talk about distributed energy resources, I'm talking about the solar on people's roofs and the batteries that are going to be spread out through our cities. And these resources can be coordinated so that more centralised, like coal power stations, simply aren't required. The technological innovation around smart homes is continuing to leap forward, particularly in parallel with the Internet of Things boom that has been underway now for a few years. We're seeing the ability to manage the appliances in the home when electric vehicles charge and a range of other things, so that we're using and contributing energy into the grid in the smartest way. In some ways, Australia is a couple of years ahead of Japan. Our market has been deregulated for longer, and we have a lot of solar deployed on residential rooftops already. Our startups are looking at the Japanese market and the huge opportunity to bring some of the innovations from Australia over to Japan. And we hope that EnergyLab will have a role in doing that, and that in some ways the Australian startups can also provide some inspiration for local entrepreneurs to seize the opportunity of the energy and clean tech market. We are very, very excited to be on the ground in Japan. We see this as the beginning of a journey and a long relationship where we support the local entrepreneurs, and we also enable the best entrepreneurs from around the world to come over, take advantage and participate in the extraordinary Japanese opportunity. Thank you. Like I said, I look forward to coming over to Tokyo again soon. In the meantime, hopefully I'll join you in a minute or two for a live question and answers session. Thanks.